Kleinman, she really dedicated herself to rehab. She's the fittest I've ever seen her. The strongest, fittest. Look at this nice high snap on the ball. Not easy to do coming back from shoulder surgery. I saw her at the gym in Manhattan Beach. We're both from the same hometown, and she was working hard all summer to get back to play this season.
Shutra off the top of the block. Lichtman is able to crush that. Nice dig by Shutra. He really improved so far in that area. And Spellman able to get that ball through the block. It really helps to have someone 6'6" left-handed hitting on the right side.
Stanford looks really comfortable running that set. This is a double quick setting the right side. Haley Spellman, the big lefty from Nevada.
And we've got a timeout once again. Stanford with a comfortable 5-point lead, 21-16, here in the opening set. It's the first weekend of the regular season for the Pac-10. The LA schools are in Arizona, and the two Northwest teams, Northwest pair of teams, Oregon State, are hosting Washington and Washington State right now. Washington is the highest ranked team in the Pac-10. They are 10-0 and currently ranked at number 3. And speaking of that, here are a list of all of the teams currently occupying a spot in the top 25 from the Pac-10. Very crowded once again.
Paul, I think we're going to have an exciting season. I really think this is up for grabs. You know, you see Washington and Oregon at 10-0, but have they had as challenging of a schedule as Stanford and Cal? I think, you know, the two tests obviously is the Pac-10.
There are buddies again. They were with us right at the beginning of the match, and they have gotten themselves a front row seat. A really good crowd on hand tonight for the matchup between Cal and Stanford. Cal currently ranked at number 12, Stanford at number 10, both with identical preseason marks of 7-3. Had this same matchup last year, remember, Holly, over in Palo Alto, and Cal pulled off the upset, beating Stanford in Palo Alto for the first time in 29 years.
Quite a match.
Kleinman once again. Lichtman keeping that ball alive. Not a good free ball pass. Oh boy, how does Hannah Shutra deal with that? A rare setting mistake by the All-American Carly Lloyd.
That ball was set wide and tight, but Hannah Shutra is so strong. Watch her go up and joust that ball just with her strength, able to push that ball down for a kill.
Rowe once again. Cal trailing 21-17. Now with that missed serve, point in possession to Stanford. Make it 22-17. There is Hannah Shutra, the reigning scoring leader in the Pac-10 conference, and putting up huge numbers once again. And what a night she had when Cal defeated number 4 Hawaii in the islands. Shutra rocket off the top of the block. 30 kills on 72 swings.
Hannah Shutra is a strong player who can probably take that many swings, but over a season taking that many swings every match is tough.
You'd have to take me straight to the hospital if I took 72 swings. Lloyd now with her tough serve, maybe the final chance for Cal to get back in this opening set. Quick set to Lichtman on the outside. Lichtman is stuffed. What a cover by Ailes. And that ball is hit out of bounds. Tremendous play by the libero for Stanford, Gabby Ailes.
Great save on that block play. Also fantastic play by the Cal setter, Carly Lloyd. Pancake to keep that rally alive.
Look at Cal. They're starting to celebrate. They thought that ball was down. Freshman Hannah Benjamin now on to serve for Stanford. Miscommunication between Lloyd and Shutra. How many points has Cal given away? Balls they've hit out of bounds. Miscommunication. And now set points, 6 of them for Stanford.
First big match of the season for them in the Pac-10. I mean, I think there's a lot of nerves going on. I think it's going to settle down in the second set.
Tight set to Shutra, but able to get that ball off of Lichtman for the kill.
Hannah Shutra is so good at hitting that high ball off the hands. That one just snapping down the line.
Set point number 2 for Stanford. Again, best 3 out of 5. First 4 sets to 25. Must win by 2. Lloyd is there. Shutera. Boy, both teams covering hitters very well, but Stanford getting the better of it. Senior Janet Okoba closes things out with that stuff block, and Stanford takes the opening set, really, Holly, quite comfortably. That's a big opening set win here on the road for John Dunning's 10th-ranked Stanford Cardinal. They take it 25-19.
Well, I think we saw some great defensive plays on both sides. I thought Stanford was a little bit more consistent offensively. Cal made too many unforced errors.
Cal has got to eliminate some obvious unforced errors, and Gabby Ailes maybe making the key play of that opening set. Back with a second from Cal right after this. Back at Haas Pavilion, Stanford takes the opening set quite comfortably over California, 25-19. A look at some of the numbers, and certainly not going to be good for Cal. And a plethora, as they say, Holly, of unforced hitting errors.
You're right. You know, Cal hit only 118. You cannot beat another Pac-10 team hitting 118.
For Cal, 11 kills, 7 errors. And if you're wondering how Alex Kleinman's shoulder is feeling tonight, pretty darn good so far. 6 of 7, hitting a cool 714 with no errors. Just underway, second set. Cal will serve, and Murray misses that one wide. Paul Sunderland with Holly McPeak here at the University of California, Haas Pavilion. Pete Newell Court. Kleinman. Shank pass that time by Murray. You know, everybody thinks about jump serving hard, just serving BBs, but there's so much strategy and so much scouting involved in terms of where you go surgically to dissect a team.
Absolutely. Angle, seam, right there. Alex Kleinman, great ace, just serving a tough angle.
That ball by Shutera down off the left side.
Carly Lloyd's doing a great job getting that ball quick out to Hana Shutera. Watch the speed on that ball. Big hole in the block. Hana Shutera just hammers it.
They passed the ball perfectly, allowed Carly Lloyd to freeze the middle blocker. For Cal, there's another area. They're making a lot of hitting errors. They're also serving very, very poorly. That's their 4th service error so far, and we're just underway in the second set. Redshirt sophomore, 6'4", Stephanie Brown now. As you mentioned, Holly, has seen limited action, kind of a surprise starter. Shutera tipping Evans all over that. Unforced error there, and Joanna Evans working with fellow senior Janet Okoba. They're talking it over. This should not happen.
Just a miscommunication in terms of what kind of a set they were going to run in transition.
Not a particularly smooth start for either team. Spellman off the right side. Joust coming, and Okoba will get the better of that.
I've been really impressed with Carly Lloyd's defense. Much improved. An area that Rich Feller talked about last year. Carly needs to improve her defense. I've seen some fantastic digs tonight. That one obviously an over dig, but she's in the right position and hungry to dig balls.
Said something about Carly when we spoke to him earlier in the week that really surprised me. Said when Carly Lloyd came here, as tough as she was and as competitive she was, she would never go on the floor. I was kind of, my jaw just dropped. She's on the floor a lot now. Shutera again. Shutera, and Okoba with a stuff block.
It's been kind of a quiet night so far for Janet Okoba, but big block on that play. Stanford really needs to get her going in the offense.
Shutera tends to primarily be a cross-court attacker, and that was taken away beautifully by middle blocker Janet Okoba, wearing number 2 for Stanford. Right side, killed to the floor by freshman Corey Johnson for Cal.
Corey Johnson, a middle blocker, making the transition to the opposite hitter, which is the player that plays on the right side opposite the setter. Nice 1-foot approach, deep line swing.